In the electrifying arena of Thursday night football, lineup surprises can make or break a team's momentum. Imagine the shock when star players suddenly vanish from the roster. But here's where it gets controversial. The Cincinnati Bengals are dealing with some puzzling absences that have fans buzzing about coaching decisions and player health. Let's dive into the details, breaking it down step by step so even newcomers to the NFL can follow along and explore why these choices might stir up debate. First off, Bengals edge rusher Trey Hendrickson is officially sidelined for the game, listed among the team's inactive players due to a hip injury that's raised questions about its severity. To clarify for those just tuning in, an inactive player means they're not eligible to play in that specific matchup, often due to health concerns or strategic benching. Hendrickson didn't even see action in the second half of Sunday's contest and skipped all practices this week, signaling this isn't a minor hiccup. Think of an edge rusher as a defensive powerhouse who charges past offensive linemen to sack quarterbacks or disrupt plays. Hendrickson has been a key force for the Bengals, so his absence could leave a noticeable gap in their scheme. And this is the part most people miss. Filling that void is rookie edge rusher Shemar Stewart, making a comeback after missing 4 games with an ankle injury. For beginners, imagine Stewart as a fresh talent stepping into the spotlight, ready to take on significant playing time in Hendrickson's place. It's a classic example of how injuries can thrust young players into the limelight, potentially accelerating their growth or testing their readiness under pressure. Now on to the real head-scratcher that might ignite heated discussions. The Bengals have opted for a healthy scratch with cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt, meaning he's not playing despite being fully fit and available. This decision is particularly intriguing because in the 5 games he's appeared in this season, Taylor-Britt was on the field for a whopping 61% of the team's defensive snaps. To put that in perspective, that's a significant role, and last season he started all 17 games, a staple in the lineup. A healthy scratch simply means the team chose not to activate him, perhaps for performance reasons, tactical adjustments, or even sending a message. Is this a bold move to shake things up or an unfair snub to a proven player? Fans often debate these calls, wondering if it's about chemistry, competition for spots, or something deeper like internal team dynamics. Rounding out the Bengals' inactive list are center Matt Leal, wide receiver Jermaine Burton, tight end Tanner Hudson, who's dealing with a concussion, a serious head injury that requires careful monitoring to prevent long-term issues, and defensive tackle McKinnley Jackson. On the opposing side, the Pittsburgh Steelers have their own inactives. Wide receiver Calvin Austin with a shoulder ailment, offensive guard Andrus Peat, defensive tackle Logan, and defensive end DeMarvin Leal. These absences highlight how injuries and strategic decisions ripple across both teams, potentially shifting the game's balance. So, what do you think? Is scratching a player like Cam Taylor-Britt a smart coaching strategy to motivate others? Or does it risk demoralizing the team? Could this be a sign of broader roster changes ahead? Share your takes in the comments. Do you agree with the Bengals' approach? Or is there a controversial twist I'm missing? Let's keep the conversation going.